What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Athletic Aesthetic Podcast, where art and sports connect through conversation. My name is Vinny. I'm your host. You may know me on social media. We're on here as VC2Art, but I'm excited about today's episode. I'm glad that you're here, glad that you're watching and listening. I have a really special episode today. I have MJ Devonshire. He plays for Pitt. He's a defensive back. You may have seen him, sprung into the limelight in the backyard brawl when he had the pick six, better known as the Pitt Six. Which clinched the win for the Panthers, and I actually painted a picture of that, which you'll see at the beginning of the interview, that I am actually gifting to MJ. I mean, originally when I did the painting, I had never met MJ. I actually didn't really know much about him, to be honest with you. The play really stood out to me, so I was excited to be able to paint that picture of him and then connect with him, and we'll actually talk about how his mom reached out to me on social media because she wanted to give the painting to him, and so we ended up working it out, getting him in here to the studio to record an episode, and we have a bunch of new segments on this show today. And not only that, but we have some really exciting things happening with the podcast. So we're moving to a weekly format, which is a huge undertaking, a huge task, but I'm really excited to do it. And the reason I want to do it is because, I have a monthly guest on this show, and we're going to continue to have a monthly guest, but I want to stay in communication with you guys. I want to give you something every week that you can look forward to on a specific day, and you just know this is the day that this Athletic Aesthetic episode drops. And so we're going to be moving forward with that. The goal is to drop it every Thursday morning, so that you have it leading into like the weekend of games, whether it be Thursday night football or college or whatever it is. And we're going to talk about, and we're going to do all the segments like you'll see on the show today. Last major announcement is that we have some new merch up on the website. We got some hoodies. We have some leggings, which actually I think it would look super dope, at the gym underneath some shorts. We have some shorts on the website still from the summer line that came out, but the hoodies are dope. The crew necks, the sweatpants, there's jogger sweatpants. Go cop some merch, because all of that helps, bring this podcast to life, allows me to keep creating some cool content to share with you guys and open up, more ways for you to be involved with the show on a weekly basis. And in doing that, you'll see today there's a new segment in there, which it's a continuation of the segment you've seen that I've been doing called Uniform, which is spelled Y-O-U, like uniform. And it's where my guest describes a uniform, and then I mock it up, bring it to life on the show. We're going to extend that to you guys. So what you'll do is you will submit an email, okay? You'll take out your phone. It doesn't have to be any good quality, just literally as long as you have a phone and you could take a selfie video, take a video of yourself, and it could be 30 seconds to a minute long, and describe what you think you'd like to see come to life. So if your favorite team is the Minnesota Vikings, you could say, hey, I'd love to see the Vikings wear a yellow helmet, yellow jersey, purple pants. I've never seen anybody mock it up. Have at it. So you want to get as detailed as possible, dream up something you'd like to see come to life, send me a video, and then we'll feature you on the episode, and I'll bring your mock-up to life, and then we'll rate them and talk about them on the show. So I would love to get you involved. Send an email to this email right here on the screen. If you're listening, it'll be in the description, but if you're watching, it's right here on the screen. Send an email to that and, dream it up. Get as crazy as you want. Be as clean or simple as you want, whatever team, college, pro, even if it's a high school team or whatever. Let's mock it up. Let's have some fun with this, and let's share this. So if you're enjoying this and you want to see more of this, please share, and subscribe to this channel. It takes 2 seconds to hit subscribe, and it means the world to me. If you go cop some merch, that helps me out so much to sustain this thing. Pay my photographers, videographers. I want to hire some more editors to put more content out. So I want to really grow this thing, and your support means the world to me. So any way that you want to be involved, whether it's sending in a video, liking, sharing, subscribing, or buying merch, buying some art, whatever it is, I appreciate you. Even if you just want to listen, and that's all you can offer right now is just a listen, I appreciate that too. So thanks for being here. Today's episode is going to be fun. I hope you enjoy. Episode 10 of the Athletic Aesthetic Podcast with MJ Devonshire. Let's get it. like the coldest post of all time, and it's got you featured in it.
Yeah, I ain't know nothing about it. So I'm parking, and my phone just kept vibrating. I'm like, who's texting me? And so a car stopped in front of me. I'm at the light. I opened Instagram, and I seen something on Twitter tag too. I'm like, all right, what is it? And I started watching a video, and it was like me in the tunnel. I was like, I don't got that video. I need that. And then they start the top and bottom of his returns and his pick six, and I was like, yo, this is dope. Like,
that's wild, dude.
Yes.
I mean, just the fact that you're like in the same sentence, let alone like the history of Aliquippa and like the backyard brawl, even like his return for a touchdown, and that's like one of my favorite plays growing up. It made me a Pitt fan, like that whole era. But yeah, so the painting, we talked about this beforehand, and so where do you think you're gonna hang it?
Right as soon as you walk in my room, the door open. That door might not have to open. It's just gonna be hanging right next to my shoe, my box of shoes.
Hang it on the ceiling, like when you lay down in bed. Like,
every day I see
visualize pick sixes.
Greatness, yeah.
So what is, dude? Take me through. Let's start with this. Take me through this play. Watching it, I was so hyped.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it felt like to actually make the play.
I'm gonna take you a step further.
Okay.
Earlier in the game, it was like a play, and just something hit me. Was like, yeah, you're gonna catch a pass. You're gonna catch a pick off the tip. And I thought like the D-line would tip it, or like somebody would tip it and result in me catching it.
Some way a tip drill.
And so crazy, the D-line tipped it that play, and I'm like, no way, I just called this out. And then the receiver came and jumped, and like he jumped on top of Eric. He howled, and
so that ball was tipped.
Yeah,
I never realized that.
It was in the air. I'm like, yeah, it's about to happen, and he came out of nowhere, and he caught it, and I was like, well, that was my chance. And then later in the game.
Oh, you're saying on another play. My bad, I wasn't tracking. Okay, so the ball was tipped. The dude actually caught it.
He caught it.
Okay.
And I was like, I thought this was going to be my play because I swore I caught it out. It was crazy. And so then later we in a game and it was close. And I wasn't even thinking about catching a pick. I was just locked in. I was in my zone. Yeah. And then he dropped it. And I was like, it had landed in my hands. After that, it was like, yeah, it's time to go. And I seen
you
Voss,
go into like punt return mode real quick?
Real quick. It was like immediately. I seen Voss and B Hill, and they was like, come on.
Blocks, yeah.
It was like, come on. I seen B going like this. I'm like, oh. All right. So I set it up. I tried to squeeze down, and I seen a crease, and I hit the crease. And then the student section just got louder.
Was it towards the student section?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The student section just got louder. It was almost like it was trying to jump on the field. And so then I was like, yeah, don't get a penalty.
Yeah, I don't know how you contained yourself, bro.
I dropped the ball, and I just like, let's go. And I ran to the sideline.
Man, what a moment, dude. I mean, easily, it's got to go down just because of the hype behind, like, the return of the backyard brawl and, like, winning the game like that, like, going up with that. Like, that's got to be, like, that's a high. I don't know how you possibly, like, manifest that again. But, in football, you get those moments, like, the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs, whatever. Yeah. But I don't know how you top it, bro. I know you got a long career ahead of you, and I'm looking forward to how you can top it. But, man, this was one of the moments. So I had to paint it, and you guys were in here talking before I went to get some drinks for us. They said something about your mom in the painting?
Yeah, so pregame, normally I don't even respond to people pregame. But it was the first game, and so many things was going on. She called me, and she was like, yeah, somebody has after the game, Tennessee. So, yeah, before the game, my mom was like, yeah, someone has a painting of last week. And I'm like, I know, I'm aware. I talked to him. And so I come out after the game, and she's steady telling me, like, she's trying to tell me who you are, and she knows someone you're related. I'm like, yeah, I spoke to him. I'm doing a podcast with him. And she was like, what's a podcast? And then she just was trying to make sure I just, like, got in contact with the person who did the painting. I'm like, Mom, I know him.
Mom looking out. I
have his number.
Yeah, she actually messaged me, too. Yeah, she messaged me. She was like, I'm MJ's mom, and I love the painting. I was like, how can I get that? I was like, this whole time, like, as soon as I got in contact with you, I had in mind that I was just going to give you the painting. So when you asked for a print, I was like, and I was talking to your mom, and, like, a bunch of people offered to buy it to gift it to you. Yeah. And so, like, a guy messaged me actually today, and because it was in the background of, like, I just finished this one behind you, and he was like, yo, that MJ painting, like, who's that for? How much is that for? And I was like, I'm actually going to gift it to him. And he was like, oh, that's what I was going to do too. So it ended up working out. You got definitely. It. But yeah, man, I'm excited. It's actually, like, sparked some inspiration for me because I've been wanting for a while to do, like, a consistent weekly series and, like, do it with like current things so that it's like, wow, that just happened or whatever. And I've just never had the time or like forced myself to do it. But this play inspired me to do that and like jump. Like I had so many projects that were due this week. And if you're listening and I still owe you a project, I love you and I am working on your stuff. But sometimes when inspiration strikes, man, you got to act on it. So I did this painting and it put me in touch with you. And, you know, now you're on the podcast. And so I'm excited about that. But it has led me to doing, you know, these weekly series of paintings. This was from week 2. And do you know who Cordell Stewart is?
I ain't that old.
That's like, yeah, you gotta learn about Slash. He was like ahead of his time.
That's crazy.
You gotta watch some Slash.
Yeah, I ain't much of a Steelers fan, so that's probably why I don't.
Who's your team?
I'm a Packers fan.
Dang.
Weirdly.
How's this happen?
Me and my dad are very competitive.
Okay.
And he used to beat me in video games, especially NCAA. So like I just would go against him, and everything everybody he wanted to win, I wanted the opposite. So I would just go against the Steelers and until I was like 10. And after that, it was like, yeah, I'm going to just stick with a team. And I stuck with the Packers ever since.
What era is this Green Bay for you? Like,
is
this Aaron Rodgers era?
Yeah.
Wow, dude, I'm so old.
Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre had just left.
Okay.
So it was like the year after Brett Favre was on the cover. Brett Favre was in like, I think Minnesota.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a.
Yeah, so you're like getting into the Aaron Rodgers, like Jordy Nelson, like
Jordy
that
Nelson.
whole. Okay.
Donald Driver was one of the older guys on the team.
Driver, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Man, I was in college when those guys were playing. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I got you in here, man. Glad I got to meet you in person.
Definitely glad to be here.
This will be like the first of many, I'm sure, things as your career progresses. Maybe we'll have to do some more paintings.
We definitely got to do some more.
For sure. So this show, I explained it a little bit to you beforehand, and I know you watched a few. Like your teammate John was on here. We did a segment together. I sent it to you. So I have a couple things that I want to go through and like segments that we want to get into. You cool with starting out with one?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, let's do it. Okay, before we hop into the interview with MJ, I want to take a second to shout out to our sponsors, Candelore's Barking Beauties. They actually have a new Irwin boarding resort that's available that, you know, if you're going out of town or, you know, got the holidays coming up, whatever it may be that you want to leave the dog behind and your neighbor's out of town, you know, they don't nobody to check on them. You want to leave your pet in good hands. Well, they have a new boarding resort that you can take your animals to. There's 2.5 acres of fun and love for your barking beauties while you're away. They have 24/7 supervision and they pay attention to their guests. My family and I grew up with dogs, and my sister actually worked at this salon, and it is like a family-run business. So I can vouch for them that they actually do pay close attention to your animals, and they pay attention to you as the guest. So if you have special requirements and needs for your animal, they're not just thrown in a cage and left alone while you're out of town. They actually take good care of your pet, and that's important. You know what I mean? That's a family member that you're leaving behind while you go on this trip. So you want to make sure that they're in good hands. And I can personally tell you that they will be in good hands if you take them there. The spots will book up fast. So you can call at 412-872-5550, hit option 5, or visit CandeloresBarkingBeauties.com for more information. Tell them VC2 Art sent you. All right, so our first segment we're going to do, okay, is got our folder here. We're going to pull this up. So what I have here is these are all the history of the Pitt Panther logos. Okay? First, how many of these have you seen?
I've seen, I think all of them, except for the 47. I ain't never seen 1947 one.
Honestly, I think the 47, 55, and I think I've seen the 1966 one, but for the most part, those two I've never seen.
Yeah.
All right, so I brought this up because we're going to rank these.
Okay.
So how many's here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is the worst one? Number 9.
1966. It's
okay,
nothing
and why?
Pitt about that. It's just not Pitt.
I agree.
Don't tell me Pitt. Like you can put that with anybody.
Yeah, it's just a panther. Like I don't even know if I'd say that's a panther.
Yeah, I don't. It's like more.
It's like a mad house cat.
Yeah, mountain lionish. I don't know.
All right, so yeah, I agree. 1966 is definitely the worst. All right, let's just go in reverse order. What's number 8?
8, probably 47.
1947.
Yeah, even though I kind of can see where they were going. It's like Panthers prowling. It's blue and gold. I can see where they were going, but it's not it.
Number 7.
7. Then I'll go 55. So
Okay, so we're knocking out all the old
the
ones.
old ones is knocked
Okay.
out.
That's because back then they just used to have like someone stitching just
Basic.
like their uniforms together, and it was just some like old lady was like, "This is a panther." It was like the only template she had.
Yeah.
So okay, 1955. That looks like a superhero logo to me. Like a Black Panther logo.
Definitely
from the movie.
That's definitely give me like movie type vibe.
Yeah. All right. What we got?
Then,
what we got? 6.
6. Yeah, probably 97. But that's
hot take.
I really don't even like that one though. I ain't gonna lie.
So people are either they love that logo or they hate that logo.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Number 5.
5. That's a toss up. Probably 2005.
Okay. The Wannstedt era.
It brings back memories though. I do like it. Yeah. And I like that. I think that's when they were doing like the different color stickers. Sometimes they would do like breast cancer pink ones. So those really definitely kind of cool.
Yeah. We're at number 4 right now.
We're at 4.
All right. What's your number 4?
4 would be the 73.
Okay.
I actually like that one.
Okay.
I see what they did. And I know what they were trying to do. The pit under. It's the little touches you can make. If it was like script and a little bit better Panther, that'd be number 1 for sure.
Yeah, I think the detail that you lose a little detail in the left paw because it's in his body.
Yeah.
But you could tell what he's doing. But I think, like you said, I think that I like what they were going there for like the action shot.
Yeah.
And then I think they had that meeting and they were like, all right, listen, we love the Panther and whatever. Can we just tame him down a little bit? And that's
Just
what happened in
bit.
1980 there.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, what's number 3?
2 and 3, I guess, are 3 is 2016.
Ooh, okay. I think I know what your number 1 is here. So what's number 2?
2 is 2019.
Current,
yeah. I like our current one. That's cool.
number 1.
1980. I like 1980. The
Okay.
big P.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like our Letterman, the big P on the Letterman.
Yeah.
I like that.
I wore a hat like that on the last episode with that logo on it. I can't tell you when I wear that. So many like old Pittsburgh people are like, "Where'd you get that hat?" And I'm just like, "Dude, I don't know. Got it like lids in 2012 or something like that."
You put that on like a sweater.
Yeah, it's clean, dude.
Yes,
it's a clean look. All right, I didn't expect that. I kind of expected the like right now, like everyone loves the script font, you know. So I thought you'd land in there. I wasn't sure how you'd feel about the throwback with the 97. Throwback. So all right, 1980, and then I'm gonna post this out and like we'll clip this up together. So and then we'll ask the audience what they think. So if you're watching this right now, let us know in the comments what's your favorite and what's your least favorite pit logo of all time.
Yeah, because I got the most drip on the team. So if y'all don't agree with me,
I don't know. John said that too, you know. So
we had that conversation in practice today. I told him, I was like, we was talking about what we're gonna wear. I was like, well, I mean, at least you know, like you'll be the second best looking guy on the field Saturday.
He's number 6 is half of 12, right?
Half of 12. I tell him that. You know, sometimes you gotta know.
All right, so our next segment here that we're gonna get into is rate the swag. Okay.
All right.
And we're gonna talk a little bit about Aliquippa and the Pit, Aliquippa Pit Football Connect. Right. Okay, so we're gonna see probably some of these names down here. We're gonna pull up a few former Aliquippa players and look at some pictures of them in their pit gear, and you're gonna rate the swag on a scale of 1 to 10. So you ever seen like Dave Portnoy does like the pizza reviews, like 7.2, whatever. Like give me like a score, decimal point, whatever.
Got you.
Per player. We're gonna start with Darrell Revis, of course. You gotta rate the drip.
For his time, I like what he did. So I'm gonna give him like a 7.5. Which is high. But back then you couldn't wear colored gloves.
That's right.
So I like the gray. The long socks, you know, that was before its time. The low cleats.
Yeah, the scrunchy socks.
Yeah.
Was way before its time,
That was before its time. The gold shirt underneath.
Mm-hmm.
I like
team issued gold shirt.
Yeah, I like what he's trying to do with his nice game day loop, black cleats.
Was he an Adidas athlete in the pros? Or no, he went Nike. He had a shoe and everything.
Yeah.
I actually have it.
Definitely have a shoe.
Forgot about that. But yeah, Pitt was Adidas, I feel like, at the time.
Yeah.
Also, did you ever know they had these gold alternates back then?
Yeah. Now I use this for my offer picture.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's a clean picture right there.
Just the jersey alone.
Yeah.
Same drip still with the cutters though. The small details with the writing on the cutters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a nice little 9.
Oh, so this picture, it jumps up a lot.
Yeah,
mostly because, so you think it's mostly just because of the uniform?
Yeah, the uniform helps.
Yeah,
but
uniform
he
helps.
kept it the same, just the minor little details of one wrist tape.
Got you. Next, I got you John Baldwin. What are you giving?
More modern. He got a towel, so I'm gonna give him a little. I'm gonna give him an 8 because he tried the towel. He don't got nothing on his arm. It's basic receiver, cool little receiver drip. Gloves.
Right.
And his pants to knee ratio is good. His pants is not over his knees. So
Are they cracking down on that this year?
no, they're actually
the pros,
lightening
I feel
up.
like they are.
They lightening up. The one day the ref was like, we was playing Western Michigan. He was like, man, do any of you guys got pants that cover your knees? And I was like, that's just how Nike makes them. He was like, you look good though. And I was like, oh, okay. He ain't gonna tell me to pull them down. So my coach even be like, did they tell you to pull your pants? I was like, nah.
What did you give the first one?
The first one I gave an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you're generous.
I'm generous. It was cool. Little
Are you a
receiver
10?
drip. Yeah, I'm a 10. Week after week.
Okay.
But this isn't bad. I'm gonna give this one an 8 too. The little hat. I don't like the
visor now.
No visor's crazy. I don't like the half.
You don't like the half?
Yeah, the half tops. I don't know why they were doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he got on ankle braces. Yeah, we're gonna drop him down. We're gonna drop him down to a 6 actually.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
He tried. I hope he didn't come out with the ankle braces look plan though.
All right, man. We're throwing it back with this one, a little Mike Dick action.
T-shirt. That is a cotton jersey. Okay.
I mean, look at the clean cut though, right?
Yeah,
For like
fresh
when
cut.
is this? I don't know.
That's a while ago.
I don't even think they had clippers back then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a fresh lineup though.
That is.
Yeah, he had to go back to Helicopter to get that one.
What are you giving Mike?
His first one,
Let's just give him one score here.
One score.
Combined score.
One combined score. He get like a. I can't give him higher than a 6.
Okay.
I can't go higher than a 6.
I respect it. Okay. Last one here. The GOAT, Tony Dorsett. We're just going to bring them up next to each other here. The guy's on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, that gives you a boost right there.
A little bit grainy, but.
That gives you a boost. The white mouthpiece
Mm-hmm.
and then the white accessories with the blue. We're
Right.
trying to do that to this day.
Mm-hmm.
That's a solid 10 drip. Wrist tape, elbow
Dang.
pads. That's a 10.
Passing out 10s.
That's a 10.
Okay.
The color coordination is, and then the Adidas. I know my dad used to go crazy over them right there. So
What, the shoes here?
Yeah, them was limited edition the way they were
For
back
sure.
then. So
Yeah.
yeah, he get a 10.
Yeah, he
for
had
his
it,
era.
man. He won the Heisman, right?
Yeah, won the Heisman, so it worked. So you got to give him a 10 for
Bro,
that.
imagine like you're just that dude.
Yeah.
Right? Look at it. Like the title says heading for the Heisman. You're running in front of a bunch of cheerleaders that are celebrating a touchdown you just scored, dripped out. And I think they won the national title that year, right?
Yeah, they won a natty. And a Heisman. Yeah, you got to get a 10. It really don't matter.
Gave him
what
a
you
10.
wore.
I'm not going to let all kinds of 10s slide on this show. I'm going to have to call them out, but that might be worthy of a 10 if there is one.
Be.
So let's talk about Aliquippa a little bit.
Yeah.
And coming from there, so you started out, you went to Kentucky 2 years, right?
2 years, yeah.
You redshirted,
Yeah.
played a season,
Yeah.
right? Why'd you come back home? What was the decision there?
Coming back home was like a dream. I took it for granted. As a kid, I just wanted to get out of Pennsylvania. And I was young and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Kentucky. It's the SEC, meet new people, just not restart, but start my life in a newer area.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got the chance and I went, and I definitely made friends. I enjoyed it. It wasn't a bad decision, I don't think. I think I grew and I learned a lot. Me and my coach was talking about it today. I learned a lot being there. And
Kentucky was coming off some really good seasons.
Yeah,
with
10-win seasons.
Yeah,
so
I had Benny Snell on the podcast before,
Yeah.
and he was, legend there. So
yeah, the year after. So it was like
you were there right after that,
Yep.
that season?
and they left, and all five DBs entered the draft. So it was
Wow.
This is a good chance. It's free game, and so I was like, I can go in there and start.
Yeah, man. Coming back home, you said it was like a dream.
Yeah,
What was it like the first time you came back and told your friends and family and all that?
it was crazy because in the portal, I was just working out with my boys at home, and it was COVID. So my guys in high school, they wasn't even in school, so we was just getting up and going to work out and playing the game all night. And they kept asking me where I'm going, and then my best friend's little brother, he would ask me, DJ. And so one day I just was like, I think I'm gonna do it. I told my brother, I think I want to go to Pitt, and he was like, let's do it then. And I sent DJ a picture of me from back in high school in my Pitt jersey, and I was like, you could post it, and he posted it.
Oh shit!
And my phone just went crazy. I didn't even post it. I let him post it, and then people was calling me, reporters, like, is this true? Are you going to Pitt? Is this a sign? I was like, yeah. So I let him leak the news. It was pretty cool.
That's so cool, man. What a moment.
Yeah.
Were you guys just like wired? I'm sure you were up like all night just
we stayed up during quarantine. We stayed up every night.
This is mid-peak.
It was prime
2020,
2K20. We was up till like 6 a.m. every night playing 2K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what else are you gonna do, man?
Yeah, it was nothing else to do.
Dude, if I was in the college football era when the transfer portal was a thing, bro, I'd have been so tempted so many times because I don't know.
Yeah, especially now, like when the NIL situation, it's so many guys just leaving, and when you can get paid, it's like hard for people to not leave when guys are offering you so much money. I don't know, it's different.
Yeah, I would have sat through one bad film session and been like, I'm out.
They want to pay me $2 million. I'm out of here.
I mean, we talked about, I don't know, I think we got it at the beginning of this, but we talked about like Pitt just dropped this post today. You know, it's got your punt return versus Darrelle Revis, and it's like comparing the two, and you're just like, you're living off, you just housed one last week, a punt return. I mean, I read a stat, I don't know if it's true, but if this is true, this is absurd, is that you were one short of the high school record for punt returns, but you had 5 called back.
Yeah, so
bro, if you wouldn't have had if you had 3 less, you would have destroyed the record.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
My goal in high school, me and my dad sat down and was like, let's get the career record, and it was like 17, and I had 2 the year before, so I was like, yo, we need 15 this year. And so my original goal was already to shatter it. And craziest part is I had a chance. My last one for a touchdown was at Hines in that same little corner that I scored the punt return last week. But they said I stepped out on like the 3-yard line, and I would have broke it at Hines. It would have been crazy.
Oh, man.
Last week I scored, and that was the first thing I thought of. Like, I got my little return.
There you go.
So if you ask me, I broke the record last week.
I had 1 punt return for a touchdown in high school that got called back. So I don't want to say we're in like the same, league here. But
anybody who returns a punt is in an elite group. It's a challenge. I ain't gonna lie. It's definitely a challenge.
Yeah, I mean it's scary first of all. Because I remember in like 9th or 10th grade, I was back there. It was 9th grade, or it was like a JV game. Yeah. And my buddy, like my boy, grew up with him. He's back there with me, and like Elizabeth Forward in 2006 was not a prime area to like learn the game of football. You know what I mean? So like, I'm back there. And I say to him, like, dude, I don't even know if we've ever practiced catching punts at this point. Like, they're just like, oh, shit, we forgot this part of the game existed. Vinny, your safety, get back there. So, like, I'm, like, back there. I mean, I'm joking. Like, we've obviously caught punts, but, like, we're not experienced. And I looked at my boy. I was like, listen, because he's terrified. He's like, I'm not. I'll just tell you if you should fair catch or not. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, you're going to tell me, right? And he's like, yeah. Dude, he doesn't say a word. I'm like, all right, I'm good. Dude, I go to catch this thing, and it like goes like through here, and I like squeeze it.
Yeah.
And I look up, there's this dude, like, and I was like $115 at the time. So like this dude like probably like 205's coming, just like the long snapper, just making that first wave. Dude, he blasted me. I remember like laying there, and my buddy was like, dude, I'm so sorry, I forgot. Like I was watching, but I forgot to tell you to fair catch. But then you like learn you gotta make that decision.
Yeah, make that decision myself.
Yeah. So have you ever got blown up on a punt return where you learned that the hard way?
Yeah, me and Eli was talking about it the other day, and it like kind of made me to the point where like I won't fair catch because I feel like nothing can be worse than that. We was on midgets, and he a good friend of mine now. We were playing Ambridge. His name's Jelani. He was the punter, and he punted the ball. And I was like, oh, okay, Little League, I was always returning punts to the crib. So I was like, yeah, this is nothing. And he hit me so hard. It was like perfect. Like, I caught the ball, and as I caught it, he decleated me. And it was like, yeah, I ain't want to catch a punt for a long time. After that, I was like, let it bounce.
Yeah, dude.
So I could see everybody and then catch it. Yeah, he killed me, and it changed my life.
That was
my My friends to this day sometimes clown me. It's funny now, like that ended up breaking the record, but like before that,
I would always let it bounce.
Like, yeah, they'd be like, yeah, remember
Bet
when you
your
got
coaches
hit?
lost your mind. The coaches hate that.
My dad was my special teams coach. He used to make me catch kicks out of the air every Monday and call it Fair Catch Monday. We would go at it because I never fair caught it. I just do my own thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool, man. We have another segment that we're going to roll into now. So this kid, Khalil Smith is his name. He actually said he did a workout with you, he said, at one point in like one of the off seasons. I'm not sure. I think you guys are about the same age. He plays D2 at West Virginia Wesleyan.
Okay.
He was my second guest on this show. Okay. So he, he's got a crazy story. He went to West Virginia Wesleyan, found out he was diagnosed with this crazy form of cancer. He's been through all this chemo, radiation, all the treatments, whatever. He does this thing on his Instagram story, like a this or that.
Yeah.
He does it like almost every day, and they always make me think. And I was thinking for a while, I was like, we got to do like a segment on the show, like a this or that, and it's a question that he comes up with. And so I'm going to play the video for you, and then you're going to give me your this or that.
All right.
Okay? Ready?
What's good, Vinny, and the whole Athletic Aesthetic podcast. My name is Khalil Smith, and I'm here to introduce a new segment of the podcast called This or That. MJ, what's good, man? I heard you play for Pitt. Feel me? I seen the big play against West Virginia. I'm in West Virginia myself, so I seen the play. You feel me? I seen the pick, and to see Pitt go up against West Virginia and get that win, you feel me? Made my day. You feel me? So I could talk a little trash at my school. But today's this or that question is: would you rather never give up a completion for the rest of your career, or have an interception, a game-winning interception in the championship? Let me know. I'm interested to hear what you guys say. But yeah, that's today's segment of This or That. And stay tuned for more questions. And we out. Just strong.
I'm gonna go with the game-winning pick in the championship. Because if it's like the Natty and we're in California, like this year, if we out in California, you catch the game-winning pick, the day after, that will be the greatest day of my life. Like I'm in LA. And I just caught the game-winning pick. I would probably wear my jersey.
What are you doing that morning? Okay, let's live this moment. After. Okay, you just won the Natty. You're all over the like the world is focused on MJ Devonshire's pick 6 to win the Natty. You just picked off like I don't even know who from Alabama or whoever you're playing against, and you wake up the next morning. What's the first thing you're doing?
I'm probably still gonna be in the jersey. I'm not taking. I'm carrying my helmet around. And I'm just gonna walk the streets, and hopefully, I'm going after my celebrity crush. I'm doing everything I wish I could. Like,
who's the celeb?
LMA. I'm going straight in her DMs. I'm going crazy. I'm gonna just send her the video like of the pic. Like, yeah, this is me, and I want you. So I think this should happen. I would definitely be one. I always say that as soon as I get my blue check on Instagram, I'm going for my celebrity crush. So hopefully that will be the way I get it.
When that happens and you start dating, I'm going to clip this from the podcast and be like, it was meant to be.
It was meant to be, so she can see like how long I've been manifesting this. Like,
I believe it, yeah.
She's going to love me.
Yep. This is pre-blue check, calling it right now.
Calling it out.
Got you, bro.
For sure.
So you're going with the pick.
Yeah, going with the pick.
I respect that. But like, think about the flip side of this, okay? Okay. You don't give up any passes.
Yeah. No.
That means you're making a lot of plays on the ball. That means you may end up making the pick 6 to win the game, the national championship.
Very true.
So it's not like it's one or like if you go with that one, you go down as the GOAT, and you might make some plays like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. My competitive nature wanted to pick that one so bad, though. I just hate giving up a catch. Like every day, it's like I walk out on the field, I say that to myself, a mid-game, be like, yo, we're not trying to give up a catch. And I'd be so mad. It could be like a screen pass. It's like, I didn't want to get it up.
When you're out there, is there a coach that you hear, like a past coach that you still hear in your head?
Yeah, my dad. Because I couldn't avoid him. Living with him, it's like you got to hear about it. And he was hard on me. And I really wasn't like, when I was a kid, I didn't want to hear it. I thought I was the greatest. And, oh, you played in the 80s, Dad. Like, I knew he was good because I had his tape. He played at Alabama.
Okay.
And then he went to Riverside Junior College. Mm-hmm. But he he was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. So growing up, I wanted to be a safety, and it was like my dad wore number 9. I'm gonna wear number 9. I'm gonna play safety. He convinced me into playing corner. He was like, I think you'll be a better corner. And after that, the rest was history. But I used to, when I was younger, as much as I thought about he was great, I never wanted to listen to him and be like, yeah, I'm gonna take what you said. Like, man, old man, you don't know what you're talking about. But now it's like, everything he was saying is, I'm doing it now. What I want is coming out of it. So
yeah, I mean, a lot of successful players have had like a mentor or a coach or someone that like they still hear throughout their career. But that's crazy. That's your dad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Does it piss you off sometimes mid game?
A little bit, or after the game when he called me, he swear he know. I'm like, Dad, this is the one time you don't know our scheme, so nah, that ain't right.
He's trying to coach you up.
Yeah, he be trying.
Is he ever right?
Sometimes if it's like little things like being more physical, or I still think you got a little bit more in the tank. Like after I gave up a slant right after my pick 6, he was like, you just gotta have that killer mentality. You can't be tired. You gotta finish that play, and that's what separates good from great.
Yeah,
like you're right.
I love that. All right, so this next segment is called the uniform segment. You may have seen it, shared it with you. We've shared it on social media and everything. This is the segment where you're going to get to design a uniform from the ground up. Whatever you dream, I'll put it together on a mock-up, and we'll see how it looks. We'll ask everybody what they think, and we'll rate it as well. But before we get into that, okay, we're going to start a new segment as a part of this because kind of like an announcement here, I'm moving towards a weekly format for this podcast. Right now, this is monthly. I have a guest on every month, and we're going to move to a weekly format. And in order to do that, I'm going to do a couple solo episodes. I'll have some guests, like at least one guest a month is the goal. But with these episodes, we're going to have viewer submission videos. So people will be able to send a video saying, this is what I would like to see my team wear or do. We're going to do the first one here just to kind of like show the format and then invite other people to send these in for future episodes. So on this video you're going to see here, he's going to describe it, and then the mock-up will show up after, and then I'm going to ask you to rate it.
All right.
Scale 1 to 10. Ready?
All right.
What up, Vinny? This is my jersey submission post. An all-white jersey with white helmet and blue stripes.
All right.
Yeah. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's crazy. That's
shout out to Taylor Wilhelm for the photo.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was thinking something similar.
You were?
So yeah.
You want to jump into your? First of all, you give it a rating. Give this one a rating.
That's a good. That's like a not. No, that might be a 10. The white helmet is crazy, but I'm gonna give it a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Let me guess, because yours is gonna be a 10.
Yeah, mine's probably gonna be a 10.
All right, bro. Let's hear it. What's your mock-up?
So mine was everything, but it was like flipped. So it was white with the yellow number, blue trim.
Okay.
And then the yellow stripe, like similar to our blue pants. So we got a
yellow outlined in blue.
Yeah. And then a white pants with the blue helmet.
Blue helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
White
is the stripe yellow?
Yeah. White pitch grip.
White outline in yellow?
Yeah.
What's the face mask?
Keep the blue face mask. The
blue
chrome,
on blue?
The shiny chrome blue face mask, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this is going to look crazy. So I'll mock this up. We'll see what it looks like. We'll ask, what do the Pitt fans go at? Panther Nation?
Yeah, I think that sounds
we'll ask
right.
Panther Nation
Yeah, we're going to ask Panther Nation. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I like it, man.
Yeah.
We'll mock it up. Check it out. And then I'm gonna rate them too from now on. So
yeah, you gotta.
What do you think John's was? Did you remember?
John had the throwback Steeler.
It was like like the stripes.
Yeah, I like John's because John got the. I ain't gonna lie. John got the best pictures. Like he just always posing right.
He knows where the camera is.
Yeah, he knows where the camera is. Like he got the one.
You think he tries it a little bit?
He knows what he's doing.
What he's doing.
So that was a good picture. I like that picture. So I give him a nice little 8 and a half.
8.5.
But I definitely like that uniform combo.
Cool. We'll have to get a new picture in here and mock it up with the uniform. We'll check it out. Last thing I have for you is the 2-minute drill. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna rapid fire some questions. We're gonna put 2 minutes on the clock here, and I'm gonna ask you these questions, and you're just gonna give me like your whatever pops into your head first. You might get through all of them in 2 minutes, and if you do, then you win. You win a painting. But you might not get through, and we'll see how many we can get through.
All right.
Ready to go?
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna put 2 minutes on the clock here. Ready? Question number 1. You can only watch one sports movie for the rest of your life, what are you watching?
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans? Okay.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights?
Friday Night Lights.
Most swagged out receiver you ever had to cover?
Devontae Smith.
Most swagged out teammate?
John.
All right, best pregame hype song?
For me, right now, it's Back Again by King Von and Lil Durk.
Okay.
That's an every game song.
Got it. Worst visiting team locker room you ever been in?
Western Michigan.
Okay. Would you rather play at Acrisure or an on-campus state? We already talked about this.
Yeah, on campus.
Best podcast in Pittsburgh?
The one I'm on right now.
Ideal pregame meal?
Always pasta, spaghetti, meat sauce.
Okay.
With the penne noodles.
Best brands or apparel stores in Pittsburgh? What's your favorite?
Shout out to No Lag.
No Lag. Next tattoo, if you had to get one?
I want to get my whole leg done with like my pick, Aliquippa jersey, and like the welcome to Aliquippa. I got a little design drawn up.
Okay. Last question here. What do you want to do after football?
I'm in school for social work, but probably like a sports announcer.
Sports announcer?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, man. You made it through the 2-minute drill with a little bit of time to spare here. This has been fun for me. I look forward to watching you play the rest of the season, and
Sure.
you know, as you go through your career, you know, hopefully, like I said, I get to make some more art for you.
Definitely.
And maybe get you in some custom cleats or something at some point
sure.
that you can actually wear that Pitt won't say that you can't wear.
Yeah, figure something out.
But what's on the horizon for you? Like, other than obviously the season, but like, what's any like things you want to share, projects you're working on, or anything? Do you want to plug? Do you have like merch? Do you have?
Nah, I don't got no merch.
Bro, we got to get you some merch.
I gotta get some merch. I need some.
We got to set you up with a merch store.
Got to. I gotta do something. I don't be doing nothing. I just be in my room. I play the game.
Playing football.
If y'all want to play me a Madden, anybody out there think they can beat me in Madden, 2K, I play Fortnite. Y'all get with me.
Leave your gamer tag in the comments, and I'll send them to him.
Send them to me. Yeah, that's about it, man. I don't really do too much. I just be chilling.
That's good stuff, man. Appreciate you being here. If they want to follow you, I'm sure they just go to the Pitt page. They can
Yeah.
find you. But what's your social stuff?
MDev Jr., so MDEV Jr.
Cool.
JR on Instagram, and then my name, MJ Devonshire on Twitter.
Yep.
So follow me.
Go
Trying
give
to
him a
get that blue
follow.
check.
Let's go. We got to manifest
Got to.
this
We got
is the
to.
beginning of the love story, man.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Appreciate you bringing on, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
It's been
Appreciate
fun.
you.
Have you back sometime soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. I got to.
Man, what a great episode. It was so fun to have MJ here in the studio. Looking forward to seeing, you know, how the rest of the season progresses for him and what the future holds for not only him, but the Pitt Panthers and for this podcast. You know, I'm excited about moving forward. I'm excited to have you guys be more of a part of this on a weekly basis. So like I said, please like, share, subscribe to this. Send in a video. Whatever you're thinking of, as you've seen in this episode, if you're still watching this to this point, you've seen that MJ mocked one up, and you have seen the example where we had a viewer submission already. So simple as that. Send it to this email. It's on the screen or in the description, and all you have to do is describe the uniform that you'd like to see come to life, and then if your video is selected, we will rate, review, and bring it to life on the screen right in front of your eyes. So appreciate you guys for being here. If you haven't watched some previous episodes, there's a bunch there, so go check them out. And if you found me on YouTube or on some other platform, go follow on social media at VC2Art. And yeah, I'd love to connect with you guys. Let me know what you like about the show. Leave a comment here about some things that you'd like to see or some guests that you'd like to see on the show. All right, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great week. Catch you next time.